Hello, we have had such an abundant amount of zucchini. You can see a lot of it next to me, and we really don't want it to go to waste. We want to be able to enjoy this zucchini all year long. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through how you can actually preserve your zucchini in the best way. It's quick, it's easy, and it's going to help retain the consistency and not make it a soggy zucchini as if you were to just stick it in your freezer. And we're going to be doing the process of blanching zucchini. So first up, what we're going to do, I have a pot of water over here. I'm going to go ahead and get this boiling. So I'm going to turn that on so it starts to boil. I have a pot of iced water over here. And it's really important that when you're doing this process, you have both of these items. The thing that you really want to keep in mind is you want to basically start to get your zucchini cooking, but you want to hold the process as fast as you can, and that's why we have the bucket of ice water. So the first thing that we're going to do is wash and cut up our zucchinis. So let's get going. Holy moly, we have a lot of zucchinis. Now you can see some of them are quite large, while others are a bit smaller. Now, it's really your choice whether you like a smaller zucchini or a larger zucchini. When you do let your zucchinis get larger, obviously you're going to have more zucchini, but you'll also have bigger seeds. So if you're not a big fan of those bigger seeds, then I would suggest picking them when they're smaller. Although we don't really mind here. So we get them while they're nice and big so that we can enjoy a lot more. I really want to see how much my zucchini weighs. So I am going to put it all in a bowl and try to weigh it first just to see how much I got. And then I also am going to have a discard bowl here. And this is basically for scraps for my chickens because why not? Chickens literally eat and enjoy so much garden scraps. Oh, my zucchinis are falling in the sink. So all I'm doing here is just slicing into a nice thin slice here. Nothing really crazy. That's how we enjoy eating it. So that's what I'm gonna do. We have a nice solid boil over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some of my zucchinis in here. You wanna make sure that they are fully submerged in here. Whoopsie. And we're gonna wait until it starts to have a nice boil again on this, and then we're gonna time it for 2 minutes. So we're gonna let it cook up, and then we're gonna stop the process as fast as we can by putting it in our ice bath. I'm gonna make sure in my ice bath I have a good amount of water in here as well. Great, and then from here, I'm actually gonna get a pan out. I'm gonna lay it with just some towels so it will dry up some of the zucchini, and then I'm going to go ahead and stick that pan into the freezer, and this way it will just freeze up some of the zucchini before I put it in some freezer bags. I've noticed that this just helps with making sure that it's not a soggy zucchini, and instead it retains some of that zucchini taste as if you were getting it fresh from the garden. If you do have some of those really big zucchinis and you're probably not going to eat huge slices like this, you can also cut them in twos or in half, quarters, whatever you want, whatever style your family really enjoys. And what's great about the blanching style is then you can eat it however you want. You can eat this as a side that you saute up. You can put it into zucchini bread. You could bake it into other baked goods that require zucchinis. We have a toddler at home, so anything I can do to sneak in something. Zucchini is a great item to sneak in because it has such a mellow, low taste to it that you can really get it going. Now these have been in here for 2 minutes, so I'm going to switch them over to that ice bath. And like I said, the most important aspect here is you're basically just stopping the cooking process. So it's already cooking up. And what I like to do is I like to use a spoon that has nice holes in it. This way you're getting the zucchini and you're trying to get out as much of that boiling water. So one, you're not losing all of your boiling water, and two, you're not heating up your entire ice bath. And then you have to get more ice because not all of us got unlimited amounts of ice. I'm gonna go ahead and add some more. Again, I'm gonna take my time. Once I see it start to actually get a nice rolling boil again, then I'm gonna time it for another 2 minutes and keep on repeating the process. As I said over here, I have everything in my ice bath, so I'm just gonna make sure that everything cools off really, really well. So I'm gonna give it another minute or two, and then all I'm gonna do once I do feel that it's colder to the touch, these are still a little warm, then I'm just going to lay them onto my pan. I just have a reusable towel on here, basically just to collect as much liquid as I can before I throw it in the freezer so that they don't have little icicles around them. Once you've let your zucchini dry up a little bit, at least absorbed as much liquids as you can, then I'm going to grab a new pan, you can also use that pan, and line it with some parchment paper. Now I've gone ahead, laid out my zucchini, this is my dried out zucchini, on my pan with some parchment paper, and you can see there are some spaces in between here. This is so that while it is just flash freezing right now, it doesn't get all clumped together. Okay, while I'm doing this, I do have to transfer over some of my other zucchini into the cold bath. Now I'm gonna go ahead, pop these into the freezer. We'll wait until 2-3 hours maybe, and then we'll go ahead and package them up. So I'll be right back. It has now been a couple of hours. I just popped these trays out of the freezer. So what we're gonna do, I have some vacuum seal bags and I have my vacuum sealer. We're gonna make our own bags. I like to label them as I make them. So I've already started one, I've already started to label it. And then all I'm gonna do is pop my zucchini in here. So I have around what we would eat as a family in one night or for dinner. Get your little bag ready here. Then we're just going to put it in the vacuum sealer. And then we have our own bags of frozen zucchini. Now, because it was already frozen a little bit before, it already has its form and shape. It's usually a lot easier to stick into your vacuum sealer. It'll keep on a lot of the integrity. I do suggest leaving on the skin. It does keep on the integrity a lot more. You can pop these into your freezer. We're probably gonna use them once all of our veggies run out from the garden. So in the fall or winter, we can use these, put them in stews, cook them up for a side, add them to a nice baked good, and so much more. I hope that you enjoyed this episode, learning how to freeze your zucchini so that you can use it all year long as well. Have a good one and see you guys again next time. Bye.